Merry Christmas, everyone, and welcome to 2023's Christmas Special, and the first Christmas special on this channel. This Christmas special, as everybody voted for, well, 58% of the poll, it was actually quite a diverse poll. We'll be ranking all your favorite ships. Now, only 4 people commented, or 5, sorry. But I got a whole bunch of ships to review, and I'll be doing them all. I'll try to keep everything fairly short, just to not drag out the video longer than necessary. And I'm going to try to film this all in one go. And for each person, I'll just put their comment up on the screen, just so you know who they are, as no one has said otherwise in the poll I put up. Well, someone voted no, but they didn't put their username, so I can't help that. So on the first ship ranking is the USS Arley Burke, which is of course the lead ship of her class. Her class are the workhorses of the American Navy, and some of the most diverse destroyers ever built. And Arley Burke, as I just said, is the lead ship, and it's also my favorite of the class. So I'd say 9 out of 10. And even 30 years on, there's still more being built. Oh, this is a good one. Bismarck. She's definitely the most remembered German battleship in history, and was a pain for England until he was sunk. They weren't going to let him get away. I like the Bismarck, 7 out of 10. The reason for that ranking, though, is not because the Bismarck sunk on its maiden voyage. It's actually because it sunk my favorite battle cruiser, HMS Hood, and I'm salty about that. RMS Titanic. This is the first time she appears on the list, and it's not the last. She's definitely a favorite for a lot of people, and helps keep the legacy of ocean liners alive among both ship and non-ship fans. Titanic serves as a reminder to never call a ship unsinkable, as both her and the Bismarck sunk in the maiden voyages. Yeah, don't call ships unsinkable, people. And she also caused increased lifeboat numbers on all ships to be able to carry everyone on board. 8 out of 10. Although mainly for the safety improvements it caused, as Titanic is not only behind Olympic, but also is behind Britannic. She's actually my 3rd favorite of the class. And unlike a lot of people, Titanic didn't actually get me into ships, but that's a story for another day. SS Hungarian. I've never actually heard of the Hungarian before, but she's definitely a good proportioned ship, and looks quite nice. It's sad that she wrecked with all hands inside ashore. I think I'd rank the SS Hungarian as an 8 out of 10. And maybe it'd be higher if she actually lasted longer. Oh no, I can't seem to get away from ships that go down by fire. TSMS Laconia looks decent, but for the life of me, I keep bumping into ships that burned, and I always seem to like them. That also needs its own story. I like the Laconia, even though she did burn. 8 out of 10, only if she survived, but at least she sank instead of being scrapped, and I think it helps to be remembered. I don't think she would be as well known if she hadn't burned and sunk. RMS Titanic. She's definitely a classic white star liner. I like her look, and she had a longer career than her younger sister, by about 7 years. And she is one of, if not the last white star liner built with both engines and sails. I like her. 7 out of 10. And now we got into the last person, and after this I will actually share a few of my own favorite ships. So let's get started with the first of his list. RMS Britannic. Britannic is my second favorite of the Olympic class, as I mentioned earlier, with Olympic being my first and Titanic being last. She did well as a hospital ship until she was sunk. She never made a trip under the White Star Line, however, but I still love her. 8 out of 10. But she also taught us not to lower our lifeboat too early while the propellers are still turning. Those were the only deaths aboard her as well. One of my personal favorite Cunarders here was Titanic's rescue ship, RMS Carpathia. I love the Carpathia, and I don't think anyone would disagree. She might be small, she might not look the greatest, but she saved so many lives and made her fans like me hate German U-boats even more because they sunk her. Sure, it's sad that she sunk, but at least she wasn't scrapped. 11 out of 10. One of two Medinas on the list. This one is RMS Medina that sunk during World War I. She had a funky looking superstructure, but I like it a lot. I haven't heard of her before this, but she's a good looking ship that sunk far too soon, but she definitely deserves an 8 out of 10, and who knows what she would have been capable of if she had survived longer. Okay, this is probably the most controversial, and this might be the one that gets me cancelled, but RMS Lusitania. However, I only like one Cunard 4-stacker, and that is the Aquitania. I'm okay with the Lithuania, but for some reason, I've never really looked much into her, and I haven't really grown a passion for her like I have so many others. I get why people love her, so 5 out of 10 for me, but I get why people would rank her 9 or 10 out of 10. But she has grown on me over the years, so maybe she will eventually rank higher if the trend continues. This happens to be one of my personal favorite ocean liners, the SS United States. He's definitely in my top 5 favorite ocean liners, and there are plans to repurpose him like the Queen Mary in Long Beach. He smashed Queen Mary's speed wrecker with ease, but his service ended way too soon. 9 out of 10. Hopefully those plans succeed, as he deserves to be saved, as not only the last American ocean liner in existence, but also the last American ocean liner ever built. Now here's the second Medina, the SS Medina, which is now 109 years old, I believe. I never heard of this Medina before this, but she's definitely interesting with her current resort status. It's cool, and I like that. She was safe from scrap and is being used for a good purpose, and she looks rather good in her new life. And she's a rare survivor of her kind. 8 out of 10, and I definitely suggest you guys look her up on Google. It's a rather interesting story. Let me know if I should cover that story one day. This is my favorite armed merchant cruiser, HMS Jervis Bay, a feisty ship who saved most of her convoy. She is a true hero and will never be forgotten. Was she the fastest? Did she look good? Not really. However, that's all forgiven for what she did in distracting and attacking the Admiral Scheer, so the convoy she was escorting could escape, and most of them did. She's at a 10 out of 10 for bravery for sure. I don't think anybody would really disagree with me. HMS Rawalpindi. She's a nice looking ship and also an armed merchant cruiser, although she is often forgotten, but I like her for what she is and what she did. 7 out of 10. This is probably the shortest ranking on this list. Yes. RMS Olympic. She's by far the best of her class and the best White Star liner ever. She was quite deadly to smaller ships though, to not only a Royal Navy ship, and in her last few years of service, the New York Light ship, and even a few U-boats. She even got torpedoed, and nobody noticed till they put her in dry dock to repaint her. She is amazing. She can't be beat. 12 out of 10. I wish they didn't scrap her though. Once again, RMS Titanic, which of course is definitely a favorite for a lot of people. And honestly, I guess I should maybe elaborate why I don't like her as much, because I did go into her a little bit earlier. She started sinking on April 14th and fully sunk on April the 15th. Nothing good happens on April the 14th. Ever. My birthday also happens to be April the 14th. So, I for some reason keep bumping into things on April the 14th that are bad. I don't know why, but there you go. Fun fact. Okay, this is the first Canadian Pacific ship on the list, and it's the first Empress of Scotland. I like the Empress of Scotland #1, but she didn't really fit in Canadian Pacific fleet, like, at all. Because she was actually German, and was given to, I believe, Cunard as war reparations, and was later in 1921 sold to CP ships. And also, she looks like she should have 3 funnels, not 2. I think a ranking of 6 out of 10 is deserved. I might be a little generous, but she would definitely be a 7 or 8 out of 10 under her original owners. I just don't believe she would really fit in with CP ships all that well. So going from an outcast of CP ships to probably their most well-known and my favorite, the RMS Empress of Ireland. Yes, just yes. Empress of Ireland is also one of, if not my favorite ocean liner, and can't really get a more Canadian ocean liner than her. It's sad that she sank way too soon, but she's guaranteed a 15 out of 10, and I mean that all day long. And I will literally fight anyone who tries to say otherwise. I love her way too much. Now we're going to go on to my 2 favorite ships. I don't actually have one favorite. I have 2 that are tied for the top. And I'm going to leave the second one to last, because this first one, you all know who it is. HMCS Haida. I don't think I need to say all that much about her. Besides the fact she's a Lost Tribal class destroyer. I love destroyers. She's my favorite destroyer of all time. And my favorite ship of all time, along with the one I'm going to mention next. I seriously have to do a video on why I like her so much, because I could talk for hours about her. But now, let's get into my other favorite ship that no one's expected. Is my other favorite ship a warship? No. Ocean liner? No. In fact, it's a riverboat. In fact, it's a Manitoban riverboat. It's the beloved MS Paddle Wheel Princess. That's right. Haida is tied with a small 200 passenger riverboat. I love the princess. I really could not imagine her not being here. It's sad that she actually got scrapped. Quite literally, her scrapping was completed 2, maybe 3 months before I went up there to see her, along with the River Rouge. Good thing the River Rouge still exists, but in rough shape. But anyways, this was the Christmas special. Merry Christmas again, everyone. I may do a New Year's special. I haven't decided yet. So leave your comments down below, as I will probably end up making that, like, right before New Year's. I might even make it New Year's Day. Who knows? Anyways, thanks for watching, everyone. And until next time, I'll see you guys all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.